Stephen A., you came just in time.
Yeah.
We were just about to talk about the Sixers and what's next for them and James Harden. What do you make of that?
First of all, a couple of things. Number one, James Harden was so bad, so horrible last night, it almost looked intentional. Let's think about that for a second. We're talking about a guy that went 3 consecutive years averaging over 30. 5 consecutive years averaging at least 29 points. 8 or 9 years averaging at least 27 points per game. This is one of the most prolific scorers in the game. He knows what I'm talking about here. How do you go from that to not attempting but 2 shots in the second half of a closeout game? In your sleep, we're not talking about making. We're not talking about makes or miss. We're talking about attempts. What scorer do you know in NBA history that can't get more than 2 shots up in a closeout playoff game in the second half? He played 22 minutes and 52 seconds. Me personally, I've always had a lot of love for James Harden. He'll probably be ticked off at me. He knows this about me. I don't give a damn. I'm going to tell what it is in terms of what we see. This ain't about your personal life. This ain't about what's going on behind closed doors. But this is about the game of basketball that you put on display in front of millions of people watching on television and thousands of people in attendance. That's what this is about. There is no way in hell that you can't get off more than 2 shots. Why was that happening? I'm telling you why it's happening. Because after the game, he's asked about Doc Rivers, and he gives no comment. I don't think he wants Doc Rivers as the coach. I think we've been hearing a whole bunch of stuff about Mike D'Antoni for a reason, because he's always lurking in the background. Every single job that he has had is always a D'Antoni sighting somewhere. And then all of a sudden, there's a multitude of jobs that he might not even be considered for, but he'll get an interview, or he'll get 2 interviews, or he'll get 3 interviews, and then he ends up with the job that he really, really wanted. Phoenix, Houston, New York, LA, and I suspect that Daryl Morey and James Harden wants D'Antoni in Philadelphia. And so for me, I don't know what happened. I'm not going to be, such a skeptic to the point where I'm talking about this is going on all season or whatever. But I'm saying last night's performance seemed so deliberate. That's what should be alarming. You go out there and you score 11 points and you just have a bad game and you shoot 4 for 19. Hell, you can shoot 4 for 30. It's a bad game. But when you attempt 2 shots, I'm sorry. That's just too conspicuous to ignore.
But let me push back on your theory. With the performance he had yesterday, does he have the kind of influence or say or control in the Sixers organization to be able to make something like that happen?
Well, that depends. If it's Mike Rubin and if it's Josh Harris, the majority owner, and all of those boys, perhaps not. But if they have decided that Daryl Morey is really the man in control of basketball operations, well, we know Harden's relationship with Daryl Morey. We know Mike D'Antoni's relationship with Daryl Morey. And we heard James Harden be asked, when you are the one that went out there, plays were called for you, you didn't shoot. Plays weren't called for you, but you had the ball in your hands as the point guard. It's a closeout game against Miami. Jimmy Butler's putting on a show. Joel Embiid's got a cracked bone in his face and a jacked up thumb. Tyrese Maxey with his young self is out there hustling and playing his heart out. And the ball is in your hands and you don't attempt but 1 shot each quarter, spanning 22 minutes and 52 seconds. Again, even though the ball was in your hands. Well, guess what? You Daryl Morey, that's your guy. So, and also remember this, and both, especially Stat knows this. GMs love to look right and love to look good. When you make a move like Daryl Morey made, you know it's on you. So you're going to exhaust every means and every measure to make yourself look good by making sure James Harden looks good. It's in your best interest to ensure that he looks good. So if James Harden is struggling out there and James Harden for some reason feels like he needs a new voice, what's Daryl Morey going to do? And remember, Doc Rivers arrived before Daryl Morey. He didn't hire Daryl Morey. He didn't hire Doc Rivers. He inherited Doc Rivers. Every executive wants their own guy. All I'm trying to say to you is this. This is logic. You see the movie iRobot? You know, my logic is undeniable. My logic is undeniable. It is what it is. I mean, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose. That's what it is. It's a duck. I mean, we can see. There ain't nobody blind. That's what we're talking about here. So I don't know. I'm not proclaiming to know. It's not like I've had people call me and say, that's what happened. I'm telling you, I watched the game last night. Right here in this studio. Me, Greedy, Jalen Rose, we chilling, watching the game. And we saw what unfolded. And last time I checked, none of us are blind. Not one of us. I might wear glasses to read from time to time, but I ain't blind. I know what I saw. And what I saw was a guy that didn't take more than 2 shots, not a guy that couldn't take more than 2 shots. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.